Welcome back. Last month, Administrative Law Judge Michael J. Wallace adopted the Washington County School Board Statement of Charges against Karen Harshman and agreed that there are grounds for possible removal by the Maryland State Board of Education. Henry, do you think Judge Wallace could be the nail in the coffin for Karen Harshman?
Well, I think if this is a nail in the coffin, then she hasn't felt it yet. Because she as of our panel joining tonight, she hasn't appealed the decision, but I fully expect that something's going to happen in the next couple days.
But she also hasn't stepped down.
She hasn't stepped down. And my question, dear Karen, for the love of all that's good in this world, would you just resign? You're making a mockery of the Washington County School Board. You're making a mockery of the system. You're making a mockery of the people who supported you. Do us all a favor, step down. You should have done this months ago. It's embarrassing to Washington County to have you in this position.
All right, Tom, your thoughts.
Well, you know, I kind of basically agree with Henry. I might not say it quite that way, but I mean, she's created more problems. I mean, the judge said he did not dispute any of the facts that the board put forward.
No.
Right.
No.
Not one.
Which she
Now,
voted for.
what is her lawyer telling her? You know, if I were this guy, you know, the lawyer for her, is he telling her maybe you really ought to give this up now because it's embarrassing to her?
But my question for you, Tom,
Also,
is
yeah,
if she would have apologized months ago, we wouldn't be here, would we?
yes, we would.
You think they really would have gone this far?
They may have to have. I mean,
If she would have cooperated,
Legally-
if she would have
Yeah,
cooperated
legally, they
with
may
the
have to.
authorities,
legally, I think they may have had to do it, the school board, because there are those laws. It was her failure, which is a real legal
Right.
issue, to report what she said was sexual abuse.
but when she did that post, and if she would have cooperated with authorities at that point in time and provided the names instead of obstructing justice, do you
Yeah, obstructing justice.
and then
another-
apologize that
Yeah,
I shouldn't have been so
yeah.
gung ho on the Facebook
Yeah.
post? Do you think this could have mellowed out here at some?
Well, to me, it doesn't matter at this point, maybe. But
I
I
mean,
think they have some legal
I shouldn't have been
issues
so
here.
harsh in what I said, but you know, the bottom
Yeah.
line is
Why not? Stick a fork in her. She's done. My God, we've got important stuff to do in this county. Get
There
out.
we are. Okay.
You know,
Henry, you were sweet talking.
Go
I didn't
away.
realize it.
Don't go away, man. Just go away.
all right, so let's reel it in just a tiny bit here because I love your rants, Jim. I really do.
I rarely
But-
rant. Thank you very much.
But so, do you think that her voting for her own measure to remove her from the board
I can
worked against her?
I cannot speak intelligently on what is in Karen Harshman's mind, and I wonder sometimes if she can.
Well, and that's a good point because she has been under a lot of stress. These past couple years. There were some social media bloggers who really beat her up. They even actually got called in. They actually got subpoenaed to
No,
testify.
I understand that.
But yeah.
Let's Ryan Miner.
Right, Ryan Miner. I wasn't aware. I'm not sure who else it was. I know Ryan Miner got called in. But she has been under a lot of stress. She lost her home now, right? Didn't she completely lose her home? I think.
I mean, listen, I've talked to Karen. She seems like a nice individual.
Right.
And
okay?
she may be, but she's screwed up, and she screwed up bad.
But regardless of what office that you're holding as an elected official, if you make a grievous mistake, okay, and you're not going to apologize for it, and you've now been stringing this along and costing the taxpayers essentially books for an entire elementary school,
Right.
it's time for a change.
Well, yeah, I think what she did was indefensible. And she even knew it when she voted for the review,
But,
because she could not.
Did she do that with advice of counsel to say, hey, listen, I'm going to go for this and let's see how the vote turns out in the November election? Because
She
this
may
was
not
prior to
have
the.
done it then, but again, it's just what she did was indefensible.
On the bright side, she didn't post any buckwheat memes.
Okay, but you know, that's water under the dam. Let's move forward for Buckley and company. But you know, the question is what's in the best interest of the teachers and the students and the employees of Washington County School System right now?
We need to put this behind us.
Yeah,
and again,
we really
and,
do.
and you know what? I
Sooner the
appreciate
better.
your point that she's a nice lady. She probably is. I don't know her. She probably is. But this is what she learned from this experience, and she needs to move on to the next one, and hopefully she'll do better. I don't wish anybody any harm, certainly not her. I think she went into this with a goal to do good for the school children, and that's great, but you can't do what she did and get away with it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
How's that for?
I like
that
that,
calm-
Jim. I like
calm it down a
that,
little
Jim.
bit?
I do. I
Pull
really
the
do.
fork out a little
So-
bit.
Yeah.
So take some accountability for your actions.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And make the best
Personal
of the next
accountability.
opportunity in
I
your life.
screwed up. I'm gone. I'll see you somewhere else.
You know, and it really is a shame because I know she had her best interests at heart when she ran for school board. So, you know, I really
Her best
hope.
interest or
No, the school's best.
School's
Well,
best interest?
okay. School's best interest.
Okay.
Sorry.
I wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know what. Again, I don't want to try to get into her mind, but I don't know what would make her do this. I mean, it's just beyond belief that someone would actually put that out there. And I mean, you know, and can you imagine the number of parents that were genuinely concerned for their kids'
Right.
safety
Well, yes.
as a result of, you know,
Well, you don't yell fire in a crowded movie theater.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it was so irresponsible, period.
So, and we're going to give you the last word on that, Tom. But next up on the flip side, our panel weighs in on pension reform in Maryland. Stay tuned.